Hi guys, and today I'm doing another one of my best and worst type series videos about Sephora's own brand. So I'm just going to start with the products that I love the most from Sephora's own brand and finish with the ones that I like the least. So if you want to see that, then keep on watching. I actually personally really love Sephora's own brand products. They're not too expensive, yet they're very high standard, good quality, really high-end quality products, but they don't cost as much as most high-end brands. And first thing, and my all-time favorite thing from Sephora must be, no surprise to some of you if you've been on my channel for long enough, it is Sephora Mineral Powder. I have 3 of them, you guys. You can't really get Sephora's products in the UK, so whenever I go abroad and see Sephora, I just always stock up on this powder. This is my favorite powder, the one that I use every single day if I wear powder that day. And I just love it. This is my old one, and I've pretty much used it all up. This is the first powder in the history of powders that I've used up. And the packaging also broke, but I've been traveling with this everywhere I've been to. This powder went with me for about a year, maybe a year and a half, because I never use up powders very quickly. My skin is dry. Until not that long ago, I used to never wear powder. Since this is almost gone, I have 2 backups, but these 2 backups are in completely different shades. I mean, not completely different shades because they're the same number, but different undertone. So this one is yellow undertone and it's called D30 medium sand, and this one is called R30, so this one is the rosy one, the one for cool tones, and it's called medium peach. I could also wear this without a foundation just because it gives me like a nice light to medium coverage. I would say even medium. It's not full, but it's medium, but when you put foundation and this on top, it will give you like super full coverage. Okay, and my second product is this one. This is Prep and Perfect Pore and Fine Line Filler Reduction, 90% reduction in pore appearance. So this is basically like a makeup base, and oh my god, you guys, this together with my NYX Wonder pencils is my favorite makeup discovery of 2015 so far. I only got it not that long ago, but I already know that this is one of my favorite makeup items of all time. I would recommend this to anyone. I absolutely love it. This is essentially like a primer that blurs your pores. So far I've tried it on my nose and sort of in this area, and it smooths my pores out, gets rid of them. Sometimes I wake up and I can see very enlarged pores, and I'm worried about putting makeup on them because then they will be even more visible. But then I use this baby, put my makeup on, and they're invisible. You can wear this without makeup or with makeup, and in both ways this will just smooth your skin out. If you don't like silicone based primers, then I wouldn't recommend this for you because it really feels silicone-y. But if you have problems with your pores, then this is your answer. This helped me, so perhaps it should help you as well. So now let's move on to some lipsticks. I only own 2 lipsticks from Sephora, but I plan on picking up some more because they're one of my favorite lipsticks out there, and I'm not just saying that, it is actually genuinely true. One of them is what I'm wearing right now. This is called Jealous, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's such a tangerine orangey red that's so bright and stands out, and I absolutely love this. I love the formula of Sephora's lipstick. It's very opaque, it's not drying whatsoever, yet it's very long lasting. It's not matte, it's more like a satin, lipstick, but it's gorgeous because it stays on, it doesn't move, it doesn't budge. This color is so eye-catching that people often ask me what lipstick I am wearing. I love the packaging. The packaging feels so luxurious because this lid is very heavy duty, like it's heavy, it's big, it's chunky. It feels really, really high-end, and on the bottom it's color-coded. And this is my second lipstick that I own. It's called Ingenuous, and it's basically like Kylie Jenner Darker Nude. That's kind of a dupe of MAC Velvet Teddy. I actually have MAC Velvet Teddy right now here, so I'm going to show you whether it's actually a dupe or not. That's how they look close. So it's not like exactly the same color, but it is very similar. I would say Ingenuous is maybe a little bit more pink as opposed to the MAC Velvet Teddy, which is a little bit more brown, but they are very similar. They are both the same sort of idea. None of my other nude lipsticks are as used and as loved as these two. Another makeup item from Sephora that I truly deeply love is the highlighter. If you've been here for a while, you will definitely recognize this because it's one of my favorite highlighters ever. It's called Sephora Highlighting Compact Powder and mine is in the shade Golden. They had also the pearly rosy one, so they had this one and the other one. That's as far as I've seen. I only seen two of them, but I don't really like rosy highlighters. If they're pearly, then yeah, that's fine, but it was really on the rosy side and I rather prefer something golden that makes you look like a bronze goddess, and this does the thing. It's not a highlighter that will give you a wet look, so if you are into them highlighters, then this won't give you that, but if you are into highlighters that will just make you look beautiful and sun-kissed and bronzy, but not necessarily glow, just shine, then this is the one for you. It's quite subtle, but you can definitely see it. You can also use it as a bronzer if you are very fair toned, but I just use it as a highlighter. Okay, so now I have one kind of skincare item, and it is this. It is Triple Action Cleansing Water, Face and Eyes. So essentially this is kind of like Bioderma or micellar water, but better or worse. Depends for who. This is so weird, guys. I love this, but I can see some people wouldn't like it. And I need to be honest with you, because even if I love something, you may not like it. First of all, let me just talk quickly about the bottle. The bottle is the main part that I love and I think people would love about it, but it's really hard to travel with, so bear in mind it's not something you want to travel with ever, because otherwise it will spill. It's not very protective, like it can leak sometimes. Not like proper spill, like I could twist it and nothing would come out, but say in the travel, if somebody would squeeze the bottle, this would probably leak, so you don't want to travel with this. But I really like it because it has nice dispenser. It has like a pump and a flat top. You put your cotton pad on, you squeeze it and the product comes out, and you don't need to use much product because the very good amount of product gets disposed onto your cotton pad. So I really like it, and when this runs out and I won't be able to go to Sephora, I will just put my micellar water in here. The product itself is really good at removing your makeup. It takes it off quicker in my experience than micellar cleansing water or Bioderma. It's just as good but quicker, especially around the eyes. However, and this is the part that some people may not like, this product is very heavily scented. For me, Garnier micellar cleansing water doesn't smell as nice. It doesn't have a strong scent, but if you smell it, it's not a nice scent whatsoever, and this is very nice scent. But with people with extremely sensitive skin, this can be irritating. And I mean it, I have sensitive skin and I can use it on my skin and on my eyes, but I don't have extremely sensitive skin. My skin is sensitive, but not extremely sensitive. And if you know your skin is extremely sensitive, then don't get this because it will irritate your skin. And also this irritates your eyes if you get it in your eyes. I don't have this problem with micellar cleansing water, but with this I have to be super careful not to put it in my eyeball or else my eyeballs will sting. Okay, so moving on to my next thing, I have this Sephora Blush Me Twice Duo Versatile No. 2. I don't remember what Duo Versatile No. 1 looked like, but I just think, don't quote me on that the blush on the Duo Versatile No. 1 was pink, and I'm not the biggest fan of pink blushes whatsoever. I like orange blushes, coral blushes, like kind of deeper mauve, but I don't really like pink blushes. And I think No. 1 was a pink blush, so that's why I didn't get it, and I got No. 2. And this is how it looks. Hold on, let me open this. I love the packaging on Sephora. I actually think it's quite sleek and sturdy. So this Blush Me Twice range essentially comes with a bronzer and a blush. Now this is where this product gets tricky, because I love this blush and I hate this bronzer. The blush is actually what I'm wearing on today, and I think it's gorgeous. I think this blush is amazing. I'm not the biggest fan of shimmery blushes whatsoever. I like my matte blushes, but this gives you the most gorgeous sheen. It's honestly lovely. It's a nice kind of coral blush with a beautiful sheen. It's not very shimmery. It just makes your cheeks have this beautiful shine without looking glittery or chunky whatsoever. It's honestly beautiful, and it has some nice gold particles, but they don't look like glitter, they just look like inside sheen. However, this bronzer though, it's matte, so you would think it's good for contouring, and you couldn't be more wrong. Even though in the pan it looks kind of like a cool tone bronzer, when you actually put this bronzer on your cheeks, it looks extremely orangey. I promise you guys, it looks so orange. It's not a nice shade to contour with at all. I mean, it's very pigmented and a little goes a long way, but you wouldn't want to contour with this. If you like to use matte bronzers all over your face, then yes, you would maybe like this. But for all over my face, I usually use shimmery bronzers and I use matte ones to contour with, whereas this is impossible to contour with. Okay, and my next product is actually an eyeshadow palette, which I'm kind of sad to talk about because I love it, but I also hate it a little bit at the same time. It is my Sephora VIP Pass palette. It looks beautiful, it looks gorgeous, the packaging is so nice, sleek, perfect for traveling, but it looks beautiful and high-end. It's magnetic, it opens like a wallet or something, and when you open it up it looks like this, but it is hit and miss. Some of these eyeshadows I love. I think they're comparable to MAC eyeshadows or to Too Faced eyeshadows. I think some of them are gorgeous, but some other ones are complete waste of time, very rubbish. So I will still repurchase this. If I would lose it, I would want to purchase this again, but I can't honestly 100% recommend this to you guys. I probably would say no, you can spend your money on something else, and just because. Okay, let me talk about the eyeshadows I love first. I love this one the most. This white eyeshadow with a little bit of grey blue pearliness to it is absolutely gorgeous. It's so unique and different. For the inner corners as well, like this is how it looks. So as you can see straight away, very pigmented. I also love two of them brown shade. One is dark and matte, and the other one is shimmery and more lighter. This matte one would be perfect for smoky eyes. I also love this one. This is kind of like a light brown slash a little bit with a hint of orange in it. My biggest hate in this palette is this gold one, and it sucks to say that because I love gold eyeshadow, and when I look at it, it looks like the most stunning together with this blue, which is also pretty rubbish but not as rubbish as this. They both look so amazing. However, this gold one, you guys, is the most glittery, chunky, produces so much fallout. It's so bad. Like the texture of it when you touch it, it's so rough. It's like you're touching sandpaper. It's just so chunky and glittery. Put this on your eyelids and you will end up with the whole glittery face. Okay, so now on to my last thing. It's not something that I actually hate, because so far I haven't been able to find anything from Sephora, luckily, that I hate. I really like their products in general, but it is something that I don't really love either. And it is this. This is Daily Makeup Brush Cleaner, and it also says on it, no rinsing. And that is the part that I was hoping would work nicely, but it doesn't. That's why I'm kind of iffy about this product. I mean, it is antibacterial formula as it says, so perhaps it's better to use than like your shampoo or something. However, I usually use brushes with my antibacterial soap, and that works great for them. And with this something designed for makeup brushes, it's probably even better. It's probably even stronger, and you can smell alcohol in this, which is what sanitizes products. It comes with this nice spray bottle, it sprays like that, but with them saying this is no rinsing, it just doesn't work for me. Even when I sprayed it just back then, I can feel it on my hands and I can feel it sticky. And fair enough, you may say, oh, they have to dry, but honestly, I spray this on my brushes, wait for them to dry, but they will be sticky. So okay, this may sanitize the brushes, but first of all it makes them sticky, and secondly it doesn't remove dirt on its own. Okay you guys, so that is the end for this video. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please like it and subscribe to me if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!